It's week 4 of the National Football League. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The Bengals defense out to go to work here. Sensational a week ago in the victory. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he really played well last week. This whole defense did, as a matter of fact. Anytime you can hold your opponent under 10 points, you've got a great chance to come away with a victory, and that's exactly what they did.
The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. You talk about this Bengals defense. Well, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Now Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll look to throw. Go to the right here and finding Burks. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Right.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. The handoff, running left, Henry. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Tannehill. That pass taken in by Burks. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Running left, it's Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing the slant pattern here complete.
I got you, baby.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point. But his...
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. We were treated to a fine first half from the veteran Ryan Tannehill. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, trailing here to start the third quarter of play. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They're in desperate need of a stop here, or certainly a turnover would be nice. They trail fourth quarter as this drive begins 1st and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Henry up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Henry again on second down.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Tannehill. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9.
To throw is Tannehill.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Inside handoff, Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
51 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead,
and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able. The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They'll be pressured not to give up anything at all here in the final 2 minutes of a tie football game. Tannehill.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Tannehill.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Let's go, keep playing. Ready, hot.
On third down, Henry. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for Cincinnati, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.